Hey guys, today I'm reading Bad Princess. I'm reading chapter 3. I'm reading chapter 3 and it's chapter 3 part 3 I think. Or part 4. I forgot. But it's one of those. But yeah, okay. The history behind the story. A Fairy Tale Primer, Part 1. Many beliefs about princesses were stalked by fairy tales, such as Cinderella and Snow White. Though girls usually discover Cindy and Codot from books and movies, the first fairy tales arose from stories told through the oral tradition. Oral tradition refers to stories passed down from one generation to the next through the spoken word. Sometimes these words were even sung, like a troubadour's ballad. In an age without television, movies, or books, storytelling was the only way to go. Beyond this, elements of fairy tales can be tracked all the way back to Greek and Roman mythology. Remember the story of Princess Ariadne and the Minotaur? Here's another example of a long ago princess myth resembling a fairy tale. The Roman story of Cupid and Psyche is about a beautiful girl imprisoned in a palace by a monster who's really a good guy in disguise. Sounds kind of like the plot of Beauty and the Beast, doesn't it? While many of these stories survived oral tradition to be written down, it wasn't until 1550 that the first European fairy tales were published in a book. Le Piacevole Notte, The Pleasant Nights, was a collection of 74 stories, of which only 15 were fairy tales. You gotta start somewhere. It was authored by Giovanni Francesco Straparola. Little is known about him beyond that he lived in Venice. Straparola presented his stories as originating from the make-believe court of Princess Lucrezia, no relation to the Vatican Princess Lucrezia Borgia. How widely read was Le Piacevole Notte? Was it popular enough to set fire to the princess dreams of 16th century girls? Probably not. Books were expensive and rare back then. Regardless, Le Piacevole Notte influenced the fairy tales of the better-known Brothers Grimm and Charles Perrault to come.